Baseball Stars for the Nintendo. This was a huge improvement over the original Black Label baseball game, which wasn't that great. You couldn't even move your fielders, and what happened to the graphics? I don't remember it being this bad. Okay, here's a home run for you. Yeah, it's pretty grim. Anyway, we're here to talk about Baseball Stars. When you pick both cartridges up, you can quickly notice the weight difference. Some trivia for you. Baseball Stars was actually the first sports game to have a battery save. Legend of Zelda, of course, was the first NES game to have a battery backup. I've actually never opened any of these up before. Shall we have a look? The original 5-screw cartridges you can open with an ordinary screwdriver. Okay, normal looking circuit board, Nintendo stamped, looks fine. Now Baseball Stars, the label on the back is yellow. And also, you need a special tool to open these later 3-screwed cartridges. What's the point of having these special screws? We're gonna get in there eventually. There we are. The circuit board is about twice as big as the ordinary ones. And you can see the coin battery. Okay, this isn't that exciting. Okay, let's start this thing up. I really like the startup screen. It looks like vintage baseball cards at the bottom. I collected so many of these as a kid, only to tape them to the forks of my bicycle so it sounds like a motorbike. So on to the main menu. There are different game options. League Play, the season mode, 1 player versus 2 player, or 1 player versus the computer. So you're probably thinking, so what? This is pretty standard. Why does it have battery save? Well, this game you can actually create a team and save it. You can customize all the players and then play a whole season of baseball. How cool is that? Obviously you wouldn't be able to do this in one sitting, hence the battery save. Let's create a team. This is so tedious going through the whole alphabet. Rebels, why not? I couldn't think of anything funny with the 7-character limit. Am I sure? Yes, I'm sure. That took me like 20 minutes to put in. What's great about this game that it even tracks all your stats. And even the stats for the computer teams. A bit of a downside is that you've got to autoplay all the computer versus computer games, which can be a bit tedious. It only takes a second for each game, but why would you need to do this? Having created your team and being able to save it means you can keep coming back to it. This leads to you becoming very invested in the game and it's personal to you. This is what makes the game and why this is one of the best sports games of all time. So let's have a quick look at the player customization. If you don't like a certain player or can't be bothered to modify them, simply fire them. It's a bit harsh, nothing personal, it's business. Then you can simply hire another player. Another thing this game was ahead of its time is that you can create female players. So, no discrimination here. Look at all the settings you can play with. What's very important is prestige. The more prestige a player has, the more money you get. The more money you get, the more you can upgrade your players. You could literally spend, or waste, hours customizing your team, spending more time tweaking the players than actually playing the game. Okay, I think we spent more than enough time with this. Let's get on to actually playing the game. Okay, this is not a good start. Pop fly. Oh, now a strikeout. This is a lot harder than I remember. The graphics are, okay. It's from the early years of Nintendo, so what do you expect? The players' uniforms are pretty bland, but that doesn't matter. Home run! In the middle of the screen! 3-0. The camera didn't even have to pan anywhere. Oh, the home runs. I remember that. The pitcher hitting the ground. What is he kneeling on? A magic carpet? End of the inning. This isn't going well at all. My fielding is terrible. 6-0. This is embarrassing. Another home run. 9-0. Oh! 11-0. Oh, why not? Ugh. Game called. What a humiliating defeat. Well, at least the computer put me out of my misery. Another thing I wanted to mention is that you can climb over the wall and try to prevent a home run. Afterwards, you just seem to disappear into oblivion. I always thought that was really funny. If you've played this baseball game, you probably don't need to play any other baseball game of this era. My siblings rave about this game. There's countless other baseball games on Nintendo, but I would just ignore those. This is where the action is. Stick with this. Modern games may have better graphics, but this is all you need. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.